Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. Just going to be real with you. I have tried filming this intro multiple times at this point, and yeah, I'm really rusty. It's amazing what a few weeks can do. It can just really throw you off. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back from my break. Do I feel rested? No. I still feel kind of burnt out, to be perfectly honest with you. So I am going to still be trying to take things kind of easy with work and with this channel and other bits and bobs like social media and stuff. Because I need to look after myself essentially. But I did get to go on holiday to Scotland. It didn't go entirely according to plan, but I did manage to have fun, and yeah, so that was something at least. And as you'll see from the title of the video, I am with you today for an unboxing of some goodies. Artisan Tarot got in touch with me, I think it was at either the end of September, beginning of October, saying, hey, we really like your channel, and I think they mentioned that they liked my video about the you know, my resources and tips for learning Tarot de Marseille. And they were like, we'd like to send you something. Would you be amenable to that? And I was like, oh my goodness, because I think I've mentioned before in other videos that I've been eyeing up their tarot Ambiguities. Ever since I saw it, I think it might have been Marilyn from Tarot Clarity was the first person I saw sharing it. Possibly Tom Benjamin. I think they shared those around a similar time, like at the beginning of this year or towards the beginning of this year, and I was like, oh, but I think I had just ordered the Dinosaurs de Marseille and a couple of others, and I was like, oh, I need to like rein it in a little bit. Because I did have a little bit of spree at the beginning, sort of through the spring, the beginning of the year and through the spring, because I get Christmas and birthday money and I sort of you know, buy myself some bits with that. And then I play with those decks throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, they said, you know, have a look at our website and let us know what you'd like. And I was like, oh, I'd love the Tarot Debut. They said a couple of decks. I was like, okay, like I just thought like a deck. And they said, well, like pick a couple. So I picked the Tarot Ambiguities, and they have a Vival, which is really, really beautiful. I really love the coloration. I really love the way that they've done it. I've been looking at that one for a wee bit as well. And so they were like, okay, cool, we'll send it out to you. But then I was like, oh no, like I'm going on holiday and I'm not going to be here to accept the parcel. Like I kept forgetting that I was going away because I haven't been on holiday for so many years. And they were like, okay, well, let us know when you get back and then we'll post it out. And so I got back and I received this yesterday. No, not yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. I'm filming this on Sunday. It arrived on Friday morning. And full disclosure, I opened the box to, like, so I don't have to do it on screen, but I couldn't help opening it up when I cut the sellotape to just have, I went like this. I literally, so full disclosure, I've literally seen the top. I did open the flap, but I don't know what is in here. Clearly they've been naughty and lovely and sent me more than 2 decks. There's more, definitely, I can see some of their famous socks, which I'm really excited about because their socks are awesome. I've seen Marsha with her awesome tarot socks as well, and a few others. So yeah, I'm just gonna like dive in, and I just want to say thank you to the folks at Artisan Tarot because, oh my god, very naughty, sending me more than I was like 1 deck and I would have been so unbelievably grateful, and I am, and like they've sent way more than I just would ever have imagined. So we have some socks with it looks like the devil. I'm not sure which, oh, it's the Jacques, oh, so it's from the Jacques Vival, the devil. Yes, and I love fits most adult humans. Yes, cool. So I do have wee feet, but I think these will fit me because this is American sizes. So US size 5 would be a UK size 3, and I'm a UK size 5. So these will fit perfect. They feel really lush, like really high quality. How cute are these? I can't wait to wear these. I don't know, people, I've mentioned before, like I'm a real sock person. I've said in videos before, whenever I've shown Christmas hauls or things like that, like I genuinely fucking love getting socks for Christmas. I love socks. I love my feet being warm. I just love the feeling of having socks on. I have so many like fluffy socks. I just love socks. So yeah, you can never go wrong with socks. I see one of their pins. Okay, let's see. Artisan Tarot. They're based on the 1650 Jean Noblet Tarot. Oh, how beautiful! And the packaging is so cute because they've put like the coin with the thing through the little stopper. Thank you so much. This will go on my denim jacket that has all my pins on. Exciting. This is so nice. Playing cards. This is so funny, right? Because I keep saying to myself, I'm going to read Roger J. Horns's cartomancy book. And there's a couple of other books I want to get about like playing card cartomancy, but I keep going, oh, I need to get a regular playing card deck, because all of the playing card decks that I have, I've sort of taken cards out to use in like craft projects and art projects and like in my art journals. And so I don't actually have a full playing card deck. I'm not playing with a full deck. And I keep saying, oh, I really need to pick up, but like it's really hard to find nice playing card decks, like just like, you know, from the regular people like Bicycle and stuff like that. And they're often just very rare, and then like the fancy ones are obviously more expensive, so I'm always like, oh, I'll just get around to it at some point. But I now have a full playing card deck. This is the Jeu de Cartes Portrait de Paris. Come on, camera. How cute. And then I can see the two decks that they said they would send me. So we've got the Jacques Vival and the Tarot de Ambiguities. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to have a look at this surprise little thing here. This little, oh, it opens like the old cigarette packs. Go back to the day when I used to smoke those little cigarette packets. Okay. And it's got a little sticker. Oh, the box is really nice. Oh no, I have to open it. I have to, like, you can't do, you know, with that Italian company that prints Uzi decks and you can like cheat and like open the bottom. They're like, no, bitch, you have to open the sticky bit. Now I don't know what I just have to see if I've got my Stanley knife in here. Or box cutter. I've got my box cutter. We use the Stanley knife here in the UK. And Stanley is just, I don't know if you guys have that elsewhere, but it's a brand. But it's one of those things, like we say Hoover instead of vacuum, and Hoover is a brand. As in to vacuum, we usually say to Hoover as a verb, even though it's a company. You know how those companies, they become so ubiquitous, they become like things get named after them. Oh, so I've cut that with, it was a little blunter than I'd have liked, but let's see. This video is going to be a hot mess because I'm sort of out of practice. Oh, it's one of those really like cool boxes that pulls back so you can get your hands in for your deck. Because how many of us, right, have opened a tuck box and even just initially opening it and you've been a little bit too rough and it's like torn it, or it's just eventually just torn. Folks, if you're putting things in tuck boxes, this is a really great idea. Beautiful inside. Like printed on the attention to detail. I mean, they are called Artisan Tarot and I've just been mooning over their stuff. Oh, shut up. Oh my god, like it goes all the way inside. And the stick, oh, just, it's linen. It's linen. It feels really, it's linen, but it's not like overly slippy, which is good. Because some linen is so slippy, it just flies out your hand. So we got Jeu de Cartes Portrait de Paris. I'm murdering the French, I apologise. Portrait de Paris. A restoration of the playing cards printed in Paris by J. Trulier. I've never learned French properly. I did Spanish and German at school and Italian at uni. I never did French. Any French I've learned is through the French that we use as English people. Like we use a lot of French for obvious reasons due to the Normans, and any that I've taught myself over the years, which is not much. Hand restored and adapted by Christina Condor with guidance from William Radar. And then it's got artisantarot.com and it says first edition of like 1,000 decks. Artisan Tarot. Wow, a first edition. Oh my god, I love it. Look at the simplicity of this. So yeah, so we've got, so that's like the muchness. You get through all of them. This is perfect for my like pit playing card study that I want to do this winter. And then we've got the courts, the 3 courts, the jack or knave, the queen and the king. Oh, what are those? There's names on each of them. So hang on, no, you're not coming through here. So out of practice. I love the wonky eyes and the dog. This is giving fall vibes, right? With the dog. Hogia. I don't know what the significance of the names. I wonder if all of the courts have the same names on them, or if they're different. We have Pallas. Oh, are they gods? Like Pallas. The bust of Pallas, take no beat. I'm thinking of Edgar Allan Poe and the ravens sitting on the bust of Pallas above the door, the chamber door. Nevermore. So that says Pallas. And she is holding a flower. Nice. The colours are lovely. They're muted. They're not overly garish. And then we have Daoud. Apologies for massacring this terrible, my terrible, oh my god. If it's a god's name or a French word, I have absolutely, yeah, terrible pronunciation. Apologies. Right. And then we have diamonds. So again, it'll be, you know, I really like this shade of red. It's not quite a tomato. It's like a muted tomato red. Come on, camera. So we have Hector. Okay, so they have names. So we have Hector for the Jack of Diamonds. Come on, camera. He's there with his halberd. It looks like that's a halberd, isn't it? When it's got the... Again, not super knowledgeable on medieval weapons. Rachel. What is Rachel holding? A letter or a unfolded scroll? Or... got a picture on it. Oh my god, I've just heard my tummy grumble because I'm hungry, and I hope it doesn't come up on the microphone. Cesar. So if this was a tarot deck, obviously the coins would be, the diamonds would be coins, right? Because they are material, or would they be swords? No, spades are swords. Diamonds would be, yeah, diamonds would be pentacles because it's like monetary and stuff. Clubs would be wands because clubs. And then the swords would be, oh, it's weird, it goes from front, it goes from ace through to the king for the first 2 suits, and then it goes through king through to the ace for the next 2 suits. They'll be backwards. So we have Alexandre for the king of clubs, or would be the king of wands in a tarot deck. And there's another little doggy. I'm here for the little doggies. We have Agine. She's got a little fan and a little ruff around her collar as well, her neck, sorry, a ruff around her neck. I'm just going to take the lid off of I've got a little lid for my mug of tea so I can start drinking it. So I'll be sipping that, I can feel my mouth drying up already. G. Paris. Who's this guy? Why is his name so different to everyone else? And he's got, look, he's got the name of the makers of the original makers of the card here. Cholier. Playing a little harp on his knees. That's really cute. So again, the clubs, just the usual. I like that it doesn't have the, it's so old fashioned, like it doesn't even have the names and the numbers. or like the ace or whatever, you know, like the A's in the corner. I actually really like the simplicity of that. That's beautiful. And then we have, again, we go from king back to ace for this suit. So we have Charles, King Charles. I'm not impressed because, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Judic. She's also got a flower in her hand. Come on, camera. We're 15 minutes in and we've only looked at one deck. Not even. Lahir. Snazzy outfits. And again, it goes with the pip cards, the ace through 10. It's very, oh, and then the jacks, of course, I forgot about the jacks. We have, the jacks are both the same, but with just one colour on the dog being red and one colour on the other dog being, the colour on the dog being black. So, really beautiful. It's a nice size as well. Is this classic playing card size, or is it bridge? I can never. I know that bridge is a bit smaller because I make Lenormand decks for bridge and regular playing card size decks, but I can never remember which one's which when I've got a deck in my hand. I guess I'll find out when I make a pouch for it. Let's give it a. It's going to shuffle nicely, I know, because it's linen. Yeah, that's lovely. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for sending me these like extra bits that I was not expecting. What? It's too much. It's too much. What? Very sweet. Okay. Oh dear. Let's see. So I'm gonna do the Jacques Faveau first, and then I'm going to do the Ambiguities, because that was the one that I initially asked for. Was that, there's stuff at the bottom? What? Yes, I'll get to that at the end. There's stuff at the bottom. My tummy's grumbling. Shh, tummy. Shh. Should have eaten beforehand. Should have eaten something. Oh, it's got like, again, it's got like a, it's not the same like cigarette wrapping cellophane. It's like that stretchy one that we're more used to. So I'm going to be really, really careful. Ooh. It's always a bit hairy when you're like getting a blade at something you don't want to cut into the thing. So, Artisan Tarot 2022. Oh, the box feels really nice. Oh, everything feels so nice. I can see again they've got the box that opens with the and see they've got the little cutaway for your thumb as well to get them out. Look, see, look. It's practical. Really nice sturdy box again. I'm so impressed. I mean, I knew I would be because I've seen other people unbox their stuff and I'm like, oh, this stuff's so nice. So, Tarot de Jacques Vivelle. I'll read it a little bit. So like a little history lesson. This restoration is based on the 1650. Just think about that. 1650, the 17th century. Tarot deck created by Jacques Vivelle in Paris, or Vivelle, I'm probably Vivelle, the only known copy is preserved in the National Library of France. Due to the age and craftsmanship, many details are indistinct. Conditions of the time required card makers to labour quickly under a strict work environment, which led to this deck's unique character. There are many uncertainties surrounding the production of these cards. Most of the images are mirrored compared to its contemporaries. Yeah, this is the thing that I thought was really interesting about this deck. The style of the artwork varies throughout the deck, and the placement of the numerals and text suggests that they were added separately to the original design. This deck was digitally recreated by Christina Condor with the assistance of William Rader. They studied the images and researched their history to clarify and reveal hidden areas. To create consistency, the same colour palette was used throughout the deck. The misaligned colouring was corrected and details were also enhanced. Advances in card manufacturing have allowed this historic deck to be refined for the modern world. So I should clarify, this is not like a facsimile of the existing deck. This is like a tidied up sort of remastering, right? So yeah, so it says a restoration. The colors, what was really getting me was the way they do the gradient from the like the blues into the yellows, so you get this really muted sort of olivey green, and I was like, oh, I remember Tom Benjamin sharing it and I was like, that is beautiful. It is beautiful, and it's so beautiful, like, oh, the colors are so yum. So we have this little, more sort of, I would say, cat-looking character for the Fool. Look at that side eye. I love the side eye. But look, it's got weird like clawed chicken, or like chickeny feet. I don't know, or claws. Oh wow, there's like a face. I hadn't noticed that before. The face on the end. Come on. Look at that. The Magician. So I don't want to do full walkthroughs of these. I'm just going to have a look through quickly and just sort of pick out some cards, because I might do walkthroughs of these, and the video will get really, really long. And I've been sitting on this for 2 days, this box, and I was just like, I really just want to open it, but I wanted to share it. I actually like that you get to see, like, the supplicants, you actually get to see their faces, because in a lot of decks we do just get to see the back of their heads, don't we? For the Hierophant or for the Pope. And ooh, this is interesting. For the Lover, we have very sort of, you know, there's no distinct gender going on here. It's very sort of open-ended. I really like that. Interesting. Very cool. Although the face of this Justice, though, looks really unimpressed. She's not impressed with your shit. Yeah, I really. Oh, this is, look at the Wheel of Fortune. This like weird face, this weird neck peeking round. Because I've not seen a video with this since for quite a few months. So a lot of and my memory these days is bobbins. So lots of stuff is either new to me or I'd forgotten about. Come on, camera. Can you see that weird head poking around? It makes me think of Beetlejuice, you know, when his head comes out and it's like a long snake with his head on the end. Was that Beetlejuice? I think it was. And yes, the Le Pendu is the other way, which we do see in some decks. Death. Looking kind of fabulous. Looking like they're having a really good time. They're like, I am reaping and I am loving it. Dead and loving it. That's so okay. So we have some interesting differences here. So this is Temperance. Is it? Yeah, it doesn't have like angel wings. Still got and pouring straight down, so that you don't get that sort of much more sort of not modern, but like modern-ish, where you get the blending, the alchemy of the two, the magic of the liquid flowing from one cup to the other, and it's sort of defying gravity. You've got the sort of just pouring straight down. This was the devil on the socks. So good, because they've got a face on their head, then almost like a face pauldron, but it doesn't look like a pauldron, it looks like they've got a fleshy face, then a face in their stomach and a face in their knees. So I've seen devils I've seen devils that have the faces in their tummies and in their knees, but I don't think I've seen devils that also have faces on their shoulders. I swear, this camera. Love. Again, so we have here for the ooh, so hang on. I'm sorry, I was just thinking back, because I was thinking this is the card that I use in one of my words, Trionfi della Luna, where you get the option of the lightning and strike instead of the tower. Sorry, my brain, I'm forgetting I'm actually filming, and I'm like just sitting here going, oh yeah, this makes me think of my my Trionfi della Luna. So yeah, which again is another option for, instead of the tower, it's like lightning striking a tree. Oh, this camera is gonna, it just doesn't want to play today. It's probably annoyed that I haven't, well, I have used it because I use it for playing D&D with friends online. And again, the star, I also have a Triumphi, my Triumphio della Luna also offers this kind of, no, and other decks do, but I'm thinking about decks that I own that offer this alternative view, or, you know, because there were, and yeah, so again, in the sun with the woman with the spinning, oh, what's it called? I can't remember the actual name of the item. It escapes me. But so yeah, we're seeing like really, I love that it's just, yeah, we're getting a different, it's just nice to have something different when you're using like a Marseille or a Pip deck. The sun looks so angry in this. The sun is mad. Oh, camera, camera. Why do you be so annoying? Come on. Look how mad that sun is. Anyway, I'm like, I'm not going to show every card. And then I like proceed to show every card. So then we're going, oh, this is interesting because there's not numerals on the pips. So you have to be a bit more sharp-eyed and when you're looking at the arrangements, which gets a little tricky when you get to like the 9 and 10 of swords, and like you just have to remember which one has a sword in the middle, which one doesn't. Obviously the 10 has 2 swords and the 9 has 1 through the middle. So we have the swords. So they, you know, I'm not going to show all of these again because it's going down 10 down to ace. It's got really clean lines, really nice bold but muted colours, if that makes sense. The colours are not garish, although sometimes I do like a garish deck, don't get me wrong, but what really drew me to this was, can you see the gradients as the colours blend into each other? Really, really pretty. Ace of Swords, and then we're getting the court. Oh, they're gorgeous. Yes. So I really like the faces in this deck. They've done a great job with how expressive the faces are. I'll just show you the king again. I don't want to show every single card. See how expressive that is? Got a little bit of this aubergine colour as well, which is nice because you don't often get purple in Marseille decks. So we've got the wands. Again, gotta be careful with like when you're reading because they don't have numerals on. Marseille on hard mode. So yeah, so it goes very much on like that. Oh, look at this, beautiful. Look at all the floral accoutrement. Really lovely. The aces. Look at the gradient on that wand. If the camera will show you. There we go. And then I'll show you, let's show you a knight. Stunning. Stunning. Look at all the, how fancy is that horse? So fancy. And then we go to the cups. So 10 of cups. I love the little blue flowers in between. Very cute. And I don't want to show, again, I don't want to show all of them because we will be here for ages, won't we? Your 3 of cups going on here. Come on, camera. It's really misbehaving today. It's usually better than this. And then with the 2 where you have the classic bit underneath in French, I'm not even gonna attempt an old style French. This guy looks like he is in his cups, like big time. I mean, He looks a little, more than a little tipsy, doesn't he? And the knight looks so angry. Again, I love the faces so much. Or he's really concentrating. I don't know. So, okay, and then we got the coins. Again, just as beautiful as the other pip suits in this deck. Let's find the twos. I want to find the two because yay! So it's got the name of the deck in there, which I always enjoy when they do that. Keeping it traditional, and then we've got another. I imagine this was part of the deck, and then we've got that was weird because that was in front of the page. So let's pick. Let's show a king. Looking quite wistful, actually. Do you not think? Looking a little daydreamy, which is quite nice. And then there's another card. And then it's just like a little thank you, and then it has like, you know, the website and stuff like that, and then they have other stuff, they do courses and things. And I think this was how the Manzilla, who I found like via Twitter, then on TikTok last year, at the beginning of last year, or the March of last year, and was hyping, like just talking, like raving about how much I loved him, the one that has the sesame arrow. He watched my Tarot de Marseille video and commented it, and I was like trying so hard not to like fangirl. I'm that gif. Fangirling. But he was like, he's done talks for Artisan Tarot. What? So they've got a book, a lesson with Alexandro Artisan. Learn how to read the Tarot Ambiguities, who I think is the creator of the Tarot Ambiguities. And then we've got Stephen Bright, our Stephen Bright, UK lad. Stephen, lovely Stephen. And that is Mancilla. Enriquez. I mean, if you read Marseille, you probably know who Enrique is. They're like postcards. So this is like a little flyer. So some pretty notable tarot names there. And then they're postcards, but they're like chunky, like really nice square shaped postcards. How cute are they, with like the faux like parchment coloration? Well, I don't want to write on these. I'll probably use these in like a tarot journal or something. Love this. I think this is from the Tarot Ambiguities. Okay, so the deck that I've been eyeing up for a chunk of the year, we're gonna get into it. Tarot de Ambiguity, yeah, Alejandro Artisan. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna, because my tea's gonna go cold. Oh, it's just the right temperature. I have to be careful it doesn't go on the turn though. Right. It's always like gives me the willies doing that. Okay, get the little plastic layer off. So we've got this sort of aged look to the box. We've got this, you can see this is like a stark, clear, crisp white, and then we've got this aged sort of parchmenty bits of like water staining. It feels, the boxes, this is a real nice like tactile experience. It's always really satisfying when like the feel of something is really nice as well, especially for a tarot deck or any kind of other cartomancy deck, or any deck I guess, because you know it's tactile. You're using your hands, you're shuffling, you're laying the cards out, you're touching them, you're using your hands. It's a tactile experience. So when it feels nice, it's also really, it elevates the experience. But the back, did I show the back of the Jacques Vivelle? Did I? I don't know. I can't remember anything these days. Sometimes I literally cannot remember if I've had a shower in the morning. That's how bad it is, folks. That is how bad it is. Right, okay, so we have the Tarot de Ambiguity. The Tarot des Ambiguities is a reimagination of the Tarot de Marseille, faithful to its style and inspired by its symbolism. A vibrant narrative emerges from its evocative art, hand-drawn by Alejandro de Rozan in Cuba. Details of the original deck are explored in Tarot Shapeshifter, its guidebook written by Stephen Bright in the UK. Oh, I remember. Who was it? Whose video I watched, and they mentioned the book actually. These powerful images were designed to enhance the invitation of seasoned readers and excite newcomers to the rich and evolving tarot tradition. And that's the thing, right? Because it's really nice to have some recreations of decks. So this is beautifully done. I also have some other restorations. I don't really have any facsimiles of original decks, which I would like to add eventually to my collection. Maybe like a Guzman or something. I know that Yves Renaud has a really beautiful Guzman. But also, yeah, it's a living tradition, right? Because it constantly evolves. And we know this because we see the decks that were created by the sort of like Golden Dawn, aka like the Smith Waite and the Thoth. That was sort of a reimagining or a sort of a development in the tarot, and we see it continues as more and more decks are created. People draw inspiration from original and older decks. They sometimes completely reinvent the wheel, or it's a little bit of both, because if it stays static, then it dies. And I think that's like, people complain sometimes about people calling for diversity in decks, for example. They're like, well, you know, this tradition is based in da 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 da, and it's like, yeah, that's great, but like, people today are using it and it needs to evolve. Things that don't evolve will die out, essentially. They won't grow. It's a living tradition, and I feel that same way about like magical practices and traditions, that it's fine to learn a tradition, but I think as long as it keeps evolving and growing, and it's bound to, like oral traditions, stories, things get shifted and changed. Stories will, little mishearings will happen and the story evolves. What's that game? Telephone? Like telephone? Anyway, we're going on a whole other. Let's look at the, we just want to look at the cards, okay? Limit. I remember this being the first card that I saw, and I was like, I need this deck. I hadn't even seen the rest of the deck. I think it was Marilyn from Tarot Clarity, remember, because I remember her talking about it in her beautiful soft voice, and I was like, I'm gonna need that deck, Marilyn. So look, we have the roles reversed. Isn't that just, I love it. I love it. And look at the face. He looks more like a wolf than a dog, but he looks very happy. So the Magician, I will show you all of the majors for this one, but I might do like a walkthrough at some point of this going forward. Le Batelier, so the Magician has an extra arm. I mean, could come in handy, honestly, an extra arm. I always joke that I need that, you know, the Doc Ock harness from Spider-Man that has all the arms, so you can do like multiple things. I'm like, I need one of those so I can like do more than one thing at once. We have La Pépesse. We have like a little face down here. And she's got a very big hat. The Empress. We can see her feet at the bottom there, with the roses. And the artwork's really beautiful. And again, the colours, I just really enjoy the colours. They're like this muted jewel tones. Oh, they're lovely. The Emperor. With his ermine. Can you see this ermine trim? Attention to detail is lovely. We have the interesting, the Pope. We have the supplicants that have these like glowing halos on their jammy dodger heads, but we have like, I don't know, like leaves or antlers or something growing out from the Pope's hat. Lover, and again we have these now, instead of two women, it's two angelic beings. Oh no, just the, oh no, the lover has oh, it's the roles reversed. The lover is also an angel, I can see now, and it's a human shooting down instead of a cherub, instead of Cupid. I'm liking these role reversals. We have the we have the chariot, and we have like human faces on the horses. It kind of has this like absurdness about it. It's this absurdity and absurdness, is that a word? Absurdity and playfulness and macabre element to it, but in this like fun, dark, humorous way. So here we have justice, and we have a head and a heart, which is really interesting, right? Because we talk often about sort of the fight between our head and heart. So I think this is a really nice touch here. And she's actually holding, you know, the curved sword that you see in the pips, the sort of scimitar style that comes from the Mamluk deck, which is why I think the swords are usually curved, because it comes from that yeah, that Arabic deck originally. So l'ermite has lost his head. So so wonderful. And he's holding by the hair. It makes me think of some of the yokai, the Japanese sort of spooky, Japanese cryptids almost. Cryptids is not the right word, but like Japanese spirits. There's one that is holds a head, or holds its own head by its hair. I can't remember what it's called, but that puts me in mind of that. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all kinds of, I don't even know what's going on here, but I'm enjoying it. We have almost like the justice at the top, because we've got the sword and the heart. It's like she's picked the heart. We have a dog, and the wheel is like almost looks like it's going into the dog's mouth. I don't know. We can see the hands turning the wheel. The wheel's structure, it has actual feet. This is wonderful. It looks like they're swallowing the wheel, swallowing the time passing by. Again, the Le Force does a similar thing to Le Mat, where we have a reversal. This is giving me like Little Red Riding Hood. But the story went the other way. You know? Oh, grandmother, what big teeth you have. Le Pendu. And we have, instead of being tied by a rope, we have a hand holding our hanged man, or our hanged one. I love how it's still so, we've got flowers growing out of his crotch. I love how it still so looks like this. I would, if you had told me, oh, this was like a really bizarre, macabre, traditional Marseille from like, you know, the 17th or 18th century that was discovered somewhere and it's been restored, I would 100% have like bought that, because, as in believe it, I mean, because it feels so authentic. This I think is beautiful. You have the death card, and you know it's quite classic until you see like a traditional depiction, until you see all of these flowers, these plants growing through the skeletal structure out of the eye sockets. Just really beautiful, and really speaks to how, in order for things have to die in order for new things to grow. That's really beautiful. Temperance has a whole swirly whirly situation going on with the liquid that they are pouring from jug to jug, and they have a what almost but not quite looks like a Tudor rose. It's not quite a Tudor rose, but looks a bit like one on their forehead. The devil. We have the little characters at the top here rather than at the bottom. They've still got their collars and their leashes on, and yeah, but they are almost, looks like they're almost standing on the devil. Les Maisons Deux. They have wings. We have an angel and a devil, it looks like, because they have like bat wings and sort of bird wings. So really, can they not fly away? it makes me think, well, actually, things are really, so there's a fly, sorry fly, Podge, out the way, that although things are really rough right now, that there is a way to get away from the situation or move away, fly away. L'étoile, I mean, so this little fly keeps flying around my head. So come on, she has her head for a star. We've got the bird sitting on the jug there, which is a nice touch, and then the head in the water. It's kind of, again, quite macabre. La Lune, we have a person depicted as the moon. We have our little doggies or foxes or hounds, and then again we can see the crustacean here, and we still get the towers there at the sides and the water. And actually these dogs, I just noticed they've got little they're merdogs. Oh my goodness, Dr. Nomi is a merdog. Would be too cute. Le Soleil, we have our two characters in the garden in front of the wall, but there's a character on the horse which appears to be the sun riding bareback. He looks kind of either unimpressed or tired, but either way, I really dig the hair, the facial hair. Sorry, my phone just buzzed and it made me jump. Just getting a text message. Le Jugement, which is this one I find so unbelievably creepy, because we have like a kind of biblically accurate angel, and then just no real head, but the trumpets being played. More biblically accurate angels, please, folks. We've got Le Monde. And it's interesting because we have humans in each corner, and then all of the creatures that you would see around the outside in the corners of the world are actually making up the character in the middle. Really interesting, really fun, interesting interpretations. And each one has as you can see, has you know, like a wand, a coin, a cup, a sword. So each of the suits are represented. Okay, so the suits, I can't quite remember. So we have like an arm that has been flayed, not flailed. Flailing is that. Flaying is removing the skin. Yeah, so we have an ace of swords, I believe. Is it an ace of swords? Yeah, because the cards are curvy, and then they've all got hands holding them. Can you see at the one end of each? There's a hand gripping. I mean, this hand is gripping the sword, and you can see the little bits of the droplets of blood coming away from that. So again, I'm not going to show the whole deck because I think I might want to do an actual walkthrough. But like how you can see all the little hands gathering up there, holding them together at each end. I'll show one court card from each. So this is interesting. We have the king, the roi de Brass, and he's holding a scepter that has a hand that is holding a flower. Interesting. Okay, so then we have the wands which have feet. So what I'll do is I'll show the aces, a couple of the pip cards. The bloody legs, the stumpy legs. And then like one or two of the courts. So we have the knight holding. Okay. And then we have, so they call them lambre, I don't know. Yambres, legs. arms. We have the cups, literal cups. So this will be corazon, right? Because this is Spanish. I'm just realizing. If it's Cuba. Yeah. So we've got, I'll just show you, they're just anatomical hearts. Lots of blood. This is such a shame. This, I mean, it's not a shame. Like, if this had arrived a couple of weeks ago, which it wouldn't have been able to because of being on holiday, I could have done this for Halloween because this is like a really perfect. I know they're doing it is in French, Valet de Coeur. It's not in Spanish. Yeah, because obviously the titles, the Reine and the Valet, are still in French. So why would they do Valet de Corazon? That wouldn't make sense, would it? That'd be mixing two languages. But yeah, he's got a heart in the cup. Yeah, this is a really fun. This would be a great if you read Marseille professionally and you're doing readings through the month of October. This would be a really good fun deck to use. And then finally we have coins, which are heads. So to show you the ace of coins or the ace of heads. Oh, I'll show you the two because again we do like to see the traditional style with the name and usually the date as well, so 2022. I'll show you another pip cards. We've got the blood dripping out of the heads. And then let's have a look at the, it's very Hamlet. Is it Hamlet or Macbeth? Can I ever get those two straight in my head? No. I think it's Macbeth. No, with the skull? Or is it, I've not read either Hamlet or Macbeth. I'm more of a like Shakespeare comedy girl. Like my favourite is Much Ado About Nothing. And then let's see. We'll do another one. Oh, the Queen. Let's do the Queen. Off with her head. Wonderful. And then we just, again, we have another card at the back, which is saying thank you and visit our website and join our newsletter and all that jazz. Wow, I am blown away. This is nearly an hour video. I thought this would be like 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops. But again, I say that in every video and they always end up being longer than I expect them. They're going to be. To Artisan Tarot, the folks at Artisan Tarot, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for sending me these goodies. They are beautiful. You sent way more than like you should have. It's very naughty, but I really do appreciate it. The feeling of this like box is really like satisfying. I'm excited to play with these for my like actual like old school cartomancy study. That's just perfect timing. And yeah, both these decks are as beautiful as they look like when I'd watched walkthroughs. The quality is amazing, and I'm hoping I'll be doing some walkthroughs of these. I don't know if I'm just going to do walkthroughs straight up or if I'm going to have a play with them and then do walkthroughs of them at some point, especially for the Tarot de Ambiguities, because it is because it does step away from like not so far, but it does step away from like the traditional suits. Names and sort of the depictions. It might be nice to have a play with this, to work with this, and then like give my thoughts. And yeah, but like for initial impressions, I'm in love. I'm in love, and I can't wait to wear my socks and put my pin on my jacket. I have been spoiled, and I don't deserve it, quite frankly. But I'm truly grateful. So yeah, thank you to Artisan Tarot. For those of you that are interested in seeing, having a look at their other items, because these aren't the only decks that they do have other decks, they have other socks, they have other pins, they do stickers, I believe, other bits and bobs. I will leave their information down below, so I'll leave their website, I will leave their Instagram account, and I should say these were sent to me for free, but I'm not being paid to review them. I should say that. I think I should have said that at the beginning. I'll see if I can remember to put a title, like a thing at the beginning, like a little disclaimer or something. Not disclaimer, like a little what's the thing, like a little tab that comes up at the bottom, wasn't he? You know what I mean, do you? Anyway, I'm waffling. This is my first video in a few weeks, so I am like hella rusty. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. What do you think of these decks? Do you have any of these decks or any of the other Artisan Tarot decks? What do you think of them? I want to know. And yeah, which one's your fave? So thank you so much for watching. I hope that wherever you're watching from, that you are safe, that you are well, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.